guys, welcome to the Runaway Kids podcast.
Yeah, today we're gonna be talking about something that's frustrating as fuck.
Something that just really grinds my gears, and that something is sleeping bags.
Yeah, so have you ever been at a sleepover and your mom's outside
Mommy doesn't like it when you do that. This is not playtime.
and you gotta go, but what's the issue?
But you gotta get that sleeping bag all packed up and ready to go. But it's a massive fucking object, and it's not designed. It's not a very user-friendly piece of material.
Yeah, so for some reason, North Face and all those brands decided to make it impossible to get the sleeping bag in the sleeping bag pouch.
Yeah, not even just in the pouch, just to roll it up, because you think you just roll it up like it's a blanket, but then it comes undone, or you can't keep it rolled, or it's too big, or you can't fit it in the bag.
Yeah, so we were talking, and let's say you're in a survival situation, and you unpack your sleeping bag, you spend the night in the desert, and then you wake up and you can't pack it. What do you do?
I don't know what you would do. That would not be a good situation to find yourself in. But a lot of these companies like North Face are for people that are traveling in extreme conditions, and in some extreme conditions you might have to make a quick getaway in case of like an avalanche or like a rattlesnake. And with these sleeping bags, they make that escape very, very impossible.
Exactly, and not escaping the sauna. I mean, there's different types of escapes, like escaping the sleepover to get into your mom's van. Like
Like if kids there are doing drugs or drinking alcohol and you need to make a quick getaway, you don't want to spend all that time rolling up your sleeping bag.
Exactly. So we've thought on this for a while, and we have some more points about sleeping bags.
So another point about sleeping bags is nudity.
That's a tough one, Keenan. On this podcast, we support all people of all genders and all that other shit. We support them being naked.
Not of all ages, but we do support people being naked. And I think sleeping bags should be more accommodating of that. Now, personally, I have never gone butt ass under a sleeping bag. Have you ever experienced that?
I have not gone commando, but I've been in my undies, and the pool of sweat I wake up to in cracks and like.
No, yeah, I've done that too. We strip down pretty low for the night, and it's a cold world you get yourself into. My sleeping bag, I get itchy, I think that for accommodation for nudists in a sleeping bag, there should be more ventilation.
Yeah, so more ventilation for all the smells that come out of you while you're asleep. I think you shouldn't wake up to a big huff of those smells. I think they should just seep out of the sleeping bag in the night.
Because as it is now, it's kind of an oven effect. But what could happen is that it's not that way.
It's not that way, and they just soak out. So you share the smells with everyone around you, and they're communal smells.
Exactly, man. Word. But so yeah, just in case anybody from North Face is listening, we just like some more ventilation in there, and we're gonna call up some homies
and see what they would like North Face to add to their sleeping bags, possibly for when they sleep naked. Alright guys, we're gonna be calling up one of our bearded homies.
Let's get it.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? Are you nude right now?
No, I wish.
Alright, speaking of you being naked,
Yeah.
Have you ever had any experiences involving a sleeping bag where nudity was a factor?
Well, I've slept nude in a sleeping bag before. I once dreamed I was gonna be woken up by guerrilla fighters in the woods, buck ass naked, and I would spring from my sleeping bag and go ape shit on them and proceed to stab them all to death. I thought of that once, so I did that a couple nights, but then nothing turned out.
Stab them with your morning wood?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very profound.
That and a M9 bayonet made by Smith and Wesson. But
You call your morning wood an M9 bayonet?
military issue,
Nah, I got you.
Of course. So when you went nude in the sleeping bag, were you camping or at a homie's house?
I've done it a couple times. In the woods, Wake up in the morning, stretch out, be a man,
Alright,
out in nature.
but when you were in your sleeping bag, did it get sweaty?
Some people have that problem. What you do is you unzip the bottom part of your sleeping bag, and if you put your feet outside of the sleeping bag, you'll never overheat. You'll never oversweat.
So would you say that sleeping in a sleeping bag naked is a good decision? Would you recommend that?
It depends on how long you're sleeping out there and if you have how often you're having showers. The big thing is that you don't want to go on hikes and then go sleeping nude, because then it does get sticky. That's the worst.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound nice.
Not at all.
But if you can get a creek going, what is it? Creeks are white people showers. You just go into the creek, swim around a little bit, come out. You're clean as the day you were born. Bada bing.
Thanks, man.
Of course, man.
This has been an amazing interview. I appreciate it.
Alright, peace.
Dude.
We're gonna call up another bearded homie to get a perspective.
What up?
What's good? You're on the Runaway Kids podcast.
Okay.
Would you say you have a beard?
Depends on the length of it.
And would you say you've slept naked in a sleeping bag?
Yeah.
Elaborate, please.
I think it's just kind of like a something you have to do every time you sleep in a sleeping bag. Or like if you ever like change in a sleeping bag. I don't know if you guys ever done that. But if you ever like are changing and you're in your sleeping bag, you gotta just like lay there for a second and like.
I have actually done that.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a must.
It's nice feeling the silk
Exactly.
against your skin.
Exactly.
It's kind of freeing in a way.
Yeah. Just kind of let it sit there, rub around a bit.
Act like you're a worm, wiggling.
Yeah. Or like a butterfly in cocoon that's trapped.
Now, have you ever like spent a whole night nude in a sleeping bag? You have? Were you camping or at a friend's house?
Camping. I don't think camping with friends, but never at a friend's house.
Okay. How was that?
I think it kind of makes it hard to fall asleep because the material of the sleeping bag and the way it kind of rubs on you, it's distracting. Kind of gets your blood pumping, if you know what I'm saying. But once you fall asleep, it's just amazing.
The blood pumping to your calves because you were hiking all day?
Yes, exactly.
I see. So, would you have any recommendations if you were to be able to speak to North Face on how they could adjust their sleeping bags to better accommodate nude sleeping bag sleepers?
Suggestions. I feel like North Face is one of the companies that kind of has it right. I've tried out a couple other ones, like some of REI's, and it's just too, it's almost itchy in a way.
In the store?
No, like REI's sleeping bags that I've like
Yes,
tried.
you go to the store and get Nude
No,
in the
not-
REI sleeping.
In their sleeping bags, yes, yeah. Not at their store though. Like I
Like
take
on,
their sleeping
so like
bag,
on the
go into
display, you
parking
strip
lot.
down.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. And peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Alright, guys, so if we've learned anything today, if there's monkey men about to fight you, hit him with that wood.
And if you really want to know if the sleeping bag is right for you, strip down in the store and test that shit out in the nude.
Alright, guys, that was another episode
Of the Runaway Kids podcast.
Peace.